Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Jen and my channel is all about transformation and transformation relative to my life, where I once was, what happened, and where I am today, which is an incredibly powerful story that, I just want to share and help others. Tonight I'm sitting out on my deck outside. It's such a beautiful night with my fireplace patio, and I was just thinking about I just wanted to share with you guys some of my thoughts. So I'm a 54-year-old mom of 4 children. My oldest son passed away from a heroin overdose, and his name was Brandon, and he was a beautiful boy. And I really do carry him in a positive way. I believe his spirit is alive and living, and I've worked through a lot of grief with the loss and the sudden passing of him. It definitely defies the natural order when your child passes away. But, I just wanted to share tonight a little bit about his story and just about addiction, the life of an addict, and the heartache. So for me, in terms of that transformation, a huge reason why my life has changed, I would attribute to the fact that I'm a recovering person. I've been sober for 10 years. God willing, it'll be 11 years in August. It's been an amazing journey, and it's changed my life. So, this is a disease. I believe that. And one of the things that I say in the rooms of recovery is that, today, I don't really care what you want to call this. I know that, there goes a motorcycle. Sorry for the noise. It doesn't matter to me what you want to call this. What they want to define this as in the world, it really doesn't matter. I've lived 54 years. I've battled this thing my whole entire life. Mostly spent in active addiction with so many horrific stories to tell relative to that life, that you can call this whatever you want to call it. I know today that I have something left unmanaged, I will drink and use. And for me, that never produces a good outcome. It's a progressive thing. It gets worse, never better. And at the end of the line, you die. You pay the price of your life. And if you're alive, you're not really living. You're not really functioning in society as in participating as in a functioning member of society. And I speak this and I say this as a truth in terms of my life and how it was. So anyway, what I really wanted to talk about was, my son that passed away from a heroin overdose. And, I have a picture of him on my phone, and I was just going to try to show you. I'm new to this channel, and I really don't know how to edit. I'm not good at it yet, but I will get good at it. But anyway, I just wanted to show you. His name is Brandon, and this is like the picture that I keep on my phone of him. That's like right there. So, he was just a beautiful boy, just beautiful, normal, handsome, vibrant, 23-year-old young man that had his whole life ahead of him, his whole life before him. And he was witty, and he had like a charisma about him that was so, I don't know how to describe it. It was just so alluring and infectious, and he was just amazing. And he had a lot of wisdom too, for such a young boy, that I loved and appreciated. And today I'm so grateful that I got to be his mom on this earth for 23 years, that, he was my boy, and I got that time with him while he was here. So anyway, his story, he essentially, he drank, and I didn't, I thought to myself, well, I hope that it doesn't become a problem for him. And it's hard to tell when you're young, so you never know. And, you know, as a mom, for me, part of it for me is just allowing him to have his process in a way. I mean, not that I could really stop him from drinking anyway when he's, you know, of legal age, but I did pray for him all the time. So then he joined the Marines, so he was in the Marines. And I guess when he broke his arm, so his longtime girlfriend told me that when he broke his arm, he got a prescription for pain medication. And he said, "Oh, I like how this makes me feel." And I think it was that point that he was off to the races. At some point, he switched from prescription pain medication to heroin, because heroin is a really potent painkiller, first off. I mean, it's a street drug, so you don't know what you're getting necessarily. But it's a very, very powerful, powerful painkiller. And as we know, incredibly deadly. And as we also know, it's really rampant amongst the youth right now. So anyway, he was in the earlier stages of use. Nobody knew yet that he was actually on heroin. So he came home from California on a Tuesday. My oldest son picked him up at the airport, brought him to my ex-husband's house in Eagan because I was at work still, and then I went over there and saw him, gave him a hug, and then dropped him off at his buddy's house in Eagan. And then so that was on a Tuesday, and then on Sunday, I had talked to him on the phone. He said that he wanted to move in with me, and I said that was fine. And we talked about it a little bit, and then it was that following Tuesday. So he literally came home on a Tuesday, and then the following Tuesday was when I got the call when the police knocked on the door and said that he was dead. And I guess the buddy that he was living with said that so let's back up to Tuesday morning, but the day before he died, or the morning of his death. My other son went and picked him up for work because they worked together. They worked until 7 o'clock that night, and my other son dropped him off at home, or where he was staying at his buddy's house. And then he told his buddy that he was staying with that he was going to go up and take a shower, and he went in the bathroom, and he was up there for, I don't know exactly how long he was in the bathroom, but he was in the bathroom for a long time. The buddy said that he went and to check on him, and when he was walking up the stairs, when he was coming up the stairs, you could see the floor to the bathroom where the crack in the door is, and he said that he could see his hand on the floor in the bathroom from that crack. So he tried to get in, the door was locked. He ended up kicking the door in. He said that he was on the floor, and then he pulled him out of the bathroom and said that he thought that he was still alive, so he was giving him CPR, but I think it was just the last breath in your lungs that's left in there, maybe, or something. But anyway, he said that he did call 911, and they did try to revive him, but he was gone. And so that was what happened. And it was a horrible tragedy. Horrible tragedy. You know, he was 23. His life was cut short. He had his whole life ahead of him. This disease, cost him his life. I mean, that's the price that we all pay as addicts. Today I'm thoroughly convinced that it's black or white. It's either if you have this disease and you leave it unmanaged. For me, what has worked is managing it through a program of abstinence. And if you choose not to, I don't know. I mean, I can't say what works and what doesn't work for someone else. I can only say what has worked for me. But, that would be my hope, is that, people would find their way in this, because it is a suffering. And I, definitely the tragedy of a mom losing my son to this, I don't I don't want that for anybody. And I know that his death was not in vain. So, anyway, I don't know. I just really wanted to share a little bit about his life and share with you guys, a little bit about his story. And so, if anybody is struggling with drug addiction or alcoholism, I just want you to know that there's a way. There is a way out. So, ask for help. Get help, please. Thank you guys for listening tonight. And I just thank you so much. And I will continue to share about my life more, and more will be revealed. And thank you again, and have a good night.